Uh, uh, Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shyzalosophy 101. Here's your host, Shyzabox. Oh, they start the show. Oh, they must have. It's our show. Yeah. Thanks for your attention. We're here. Get out of here. And the horse you rode in on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome nuns, welcome all, welcome priests, preachers, rabbis, individuals just looking for a spot to hang out, have a quick little morning cup of whatever it is you drink. We like to call ours swill and inexpensive and cheap because, boy, are we going to share some insight with you as we go into this next month. That's right, you might be saying, we're already almost halfway through the month. Now, starts differently for everyone. It doesn't matter. Point being is that as we go through, obviously, and we're working on the update for the LimeWire inspired music player, all that and stuff. We got that pretty dialed in, locked in. We'll be rolling that out soon. Like we said, we don't want to rush it as we did, once upon a time and stuff. We want to take some attention, care to detail, not just willy-nilly, but, man, we're going to be honest with you, I done. That's a tougher update than we were in store for. We didn't think it was going to be as challenging as it has been, but nevertheless, we strive to bring that out and, present it in a timely fashion and such, but, we want it to be right, so we're not going to just drop that as we did with, like, Joey's Meat Run or whatever, day of, just kind of a basic little run-of-the-mill thing. All right, so, as we planned that yesterday, that's pretty all locked in, but as we think to ourselves, we were like, selves, we were scrolling the site, right, and we're like, man, we really need to come up with a finalized little, at least an insert, because right now it's just a dead space holder down at the end of the page, of course, Joey's trash and all that. We want to go ahead and flesh out that page or that link off of the main site, and so therein, it's kind of like, what do we want it to house in it? What do we want it to hold? What do we want it to harbor? This, that, the other, and we were thinking to ourselves that maybe potentially it would be pretty fun, all right, if we went ahead and added just a basic run-of-the-mill little executable game page or something like that off of it. But we don't want to just, throw another arcade. So we already got the game version on the page. We got the little arcade section and stuff. All those games are on there. So we're thinking to ourselves, what else can this thing house? What else can it hold? What else can we put on it and allow for, the page to be more fleshed out? We welcome any suggestions. Of course, anything you share, just as we share, is going to be open source, all right? That's what we're building here, is some, free stuff for people to play with. So you can go to the IPFS site. We got free games on there. You can go. We got the audio player, LimeWire inspired on there. All right, we're doing the whole Web3 thing. Okay, we got our own sovereign micro blockchain, so we might as well make use of it. And why not provide the usages thereof that we can do to that of any community that feels like doing that as well. So if you have any ideas that you wish to share for how you would like the trash page at the end of the IPFS site there to result or relay to, or what it should do, we're open to suggestions. Okay, we got a couple ideas. Like we said, we were thinking of maybe just some basic executable games just off of there, but we segued into, we already got the arcade section. So what we're thinking is maybe just, random stuff, but at least get an aesthetic to it. So we're thinking maybe some like transparent kind of slime or droopage, garbagey kind of. We want it to be the trash receptacle of the site. Okay, we want it to house just filth and disgustingness. Now that being said, we want it to be navigatable and interactable to a degree, or at least to an aesthetic degree, to where when someone goes to the IPFS site and they go down to Joey's trash bin or whatever on there, we want to now open up the link and have it do something. So whether it's just a visual thing, whether we add executable games, but we don't want to do that because we have the arcade on the site itself, we're open to suggestions, okay? You can definitely feel free to throw anything in of the chat of the box or email the site, punkrokreview, remember the C is silent, and any ideas that you have, we definitely want to contemplate and take into, consideration and or implement, all right? Straight up use your ideas, so, part ways with them if you wish to part ways with them. If you want to have a working, kind of thought go out maybe into the general abyss and such, we welcome it. We welcome anyone else's views or ideas that they're privy to sharing, that they wish us to try and implement and stuff like that, because in essence, everything's available. If it's available for us, we want it to be available for you, and thusly it is. So you can go to the site now, you can run everything that we got now. We want to improve it. We want to make it better. And what inherently can make something better than fleshing out the trash portion of it, right? You might be saying, this show's trash. Damn it, Mom. If you don't stop with those offhand remarks, you're going to chase away our ones of viewers. Point being, we want the site to do better. We want it to be better. It doesn't have to need be better, but it exists as Web3, comes into play, as people start doing IPFS and, their own sovereign proof of life, existences thereof. We want to offer tools, okay, and or at least parts of our site that you can just blanketedly copy and paste to your own. We welcome people to, pin our site and ping it themselves off there to increase, any of its yield, should they be willing to do such, okay? Now, that being the case, like we said, we want to flesh it out. We want to make it better. We should probably put it in the descriptification or whatever. We may perhaps, we got a Zenodo, DOI for the working iteration of the site pretty much as it sits now. Okay, so that's always accessible, well, at least for, 20 years. What's the rules on that? How long does CERN keep that stuff around? I think 20 years. Or are we mistaken? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Point being is that, we welcome anyone else to pin the site, run it themselves. It just increases the yield of the accessibility there too. And if you're not doing your own site anyway, why not just piggyback off another one and, increase the yield? Is G.G. Allen your dad? Well, if G.G. Allen were our dad, we'd probably be pretty upset that he spent his time in his musical career urinating and defecating in venues that probably weren't, socially acceptable at the time. Therefore, it yielded people urinating and defecating in areas post-humus of himself, in like graveyards and stuff that probably isn't, respectable, things of that nature. But, what is respect nowadays, really? RESPE, the rest of it, there's a song about it. It'll teach you how to spell it. That shit's bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A, the rest of that as well. You have to listen to these songs to learn how to spell nowadays. Point is that we didn't really have a point with that, but we have no idea. We never ran a genetic testing or anything like that, so I guess the possibilities of it being such that G.G. Allen is our dad, there's a small fraction of a chance, because we've never had it proven incorrectly. But from all accounts, probably not. Anyhow, where were we? Yes, great answer. Of course it was a great answer. It's because that's what we give as answers. They're not always good. Sometimes they're great, though, as in this case. Hold on, management's calling. What do you want? We're on time. We're doing the show. Yeah. No, we'll do that now. All right. Management thinks they know how to run the place around here. We don't know what it's like where you work, but they reminded us to apologize at this point in time for our last stream. So, sorry about that. Anyhow, remember, this is all for philosophical entertainment and you consume at your own risk. Now, that being the case, where were we? Oh, yes, garbage. Otherwise known as your life. Oh, man. You guys are ruthless today, Internet, but you always are. That's right, something to celebrate. Just like the Wild Wild West of the old days on the Internet, there were the chat rooms and the AO of the L's, okay? Now, we're not going to say that we were in there with other people who they might know who were in there, but believe you me, we could have been. Anyhow, the point is that nowadays, there's a new Wild Wild West, and it's called the not movie with Will Smith, okay? Everyone knows he gets slapped around nowadays. But that's neither here nor there. We're not saying we would slap him around either. That's probably not an appropriate venue either. But point being is that the Wild Wild West now exists on Web3, and that's where, we're trying to help lay the foundation of anyone who may want to copy, paste, utilize, go there to have a decentralized web player, something that'll work without internet and things of that nature. All of that stuff is available, and we want to inherently make it better now. Therefore, we offer, how in a common talking, in a common, chat, in a common reaching out to anyone who feels like it, that wants to have input into the development, creation, and design process. We are offering that now, okay? We are going to flesh out the trash version, all right, at the very bottom of the site. If you go to the IPFS site now, all right, and you go all the way down to Joey's Trash, okay? It's part of the thumbnailification, all right, that we did for this go-round. You go down there, there's a link. All right, right now it's just a 404 link, okay? It shouldn't even be a 500 because I don't even think we got a placeholder for it or anything like that. We're going to flesh that out. We're going to add something. And so, like we said, we've banged around a couple ideas. We've thought this, we've thought that. We'll see where it goes. So we welcome any input to that. And as we do that, we sit back and maybe we just do hang it out until someone wants to share something or until we come up with another better idea. And what better way than to see the light at the end of the rainbow than to go ahead and partake in a little bit of morning poetry. That's right. Now you might be saying to yourself, poetry sucks. Yeah. Damn it. It's not for everyone. That's very, very true. But what we got to do is share that of which, we're set up to do. And that's going to be share some morning poetry. So why not? Now you might be saying, what works are we going to read from? Who's our favorite author? What poetry book are, we currently into the most? This, that, the other. And, if we're being honest, there's definitely a couple that we are into right now. But guess what? We're going to have to read from our own. Okay? Point is, don't laugh, Internet. We got to do some self-publishing and self-promotion here, okay? We made 11 cents in our royalties last month from people reading our works on Kindle Unlimited. Our goal is to beat 11 cents this next month and maybe make enough for, I don't know, a soda pop or something like that. So therefore, as we sit back, as we think to ourselves, what's a good way to brighten your look on the horizon, to start peddling your wares, and this, that, the other, than to find the poem that correlates to how we're feeling right now. That's right. So, where's that one? Ah, yes. We've read this one before, but this one is one of our favorites. Hey, you might be saying, none of these are your personal favorites, and that's fine. Maybe you've never gone to Amazon.com or Kindle Unlimited and read How Poetry Cometry, okay, by Shyzabox. Right? That's why we're here, because it's by us, we get to read it to you. Okay, so it's like story time for the morning, for grown adults, and or anyone who's watching this that shouldn't be, that's not a grown adult, and or anyone who's watching it at all. Doesn't matter. Point being is that it exists. And now, this reading we bring to you from How Poetry Cometry. How Cometry Poetry. You're right. We're not ready to start yet. We haven't cleared the air in the atmosphere for proper poems. Good call. That would have been very bad. Cleanse the air. That's 2. Takes 3. Everyone knows that. Excellent. All right. Air cleansed. Now we can commence with the reading of the poems. Diceth of the Man. You might be saying, is this about Andy Dice Clay? What? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I guess you'll have to deduce that yourself upon hearing the greatness that is Diceth of the Man. The poem available on Amazon.com and Kindle Unlimited. How Poetry Cometry, How Cometry Poetry. Just search Shyzabox books. Like we said, we're trying to make more than that 11 cents we made last month on royalties. It's not funny, Internet. It's kind of sad. Can't even buy a soda pop. How you doing? We're doing well. Hello. We're trying to read this poem that we were segueing into. We already cleansed the air and everything, but we can cleanse it partially one more time real quick, okay? If you're just joining us, okay? It takes 3. All right, there. Everyone's air's cleansed. We got to read this poem now before we ruin the air that's cleansed. Diceth of the Man. Andrew of the Dices of the Clay. Legendary delivery in vulgarest of ways. The poem's not over. This is a pause. That's not part of the poem. Funniest of the banter. Wittiest of the joke. Yo mother. Excellent. Well, as you can see, with poems like that existing in this literary work, there's no reason why you shouldn't buy it, at least for someone else. That's right. You don't even have to like it. You just buy it. We get $1. You give it to someone else. They're like, why'd you get us this? You're like, I don't know. Don't you like free gifts? See? Works out for everyone. Except them, because then they're stuck with our book. But maybe they like it. We don't know. We don't want to assume anyone just liking our book blanketedly without seeing it or reading it. But we offer a variety of them if you're not into poetry. You got Nailing Kalimba, Transmutating God, Pickled Punk Philosophy, works we've done with our buddy Secret Demon Drop, a little more of a kid's book for summer reading if you want. Why Hast Thou Forsaken Me if you like theological philosophy. The New Non-Native Species on Mankind's Origin. These are all available on Amazon.com. You may check them out. Meatballs on Mondays. An officially endorsed live stream journal. Excellent. You can write in a journal and keep track of stuff. Say you hate our live stream. It doesn't matter. With an officially endorsed live stream note-taking journal, okay? Look, you can get this, all right? Look, and write in it when you're watching your actual favorite live streams. We're not saying that you shouldn't get any of our other literary works, okay? But you can get any of our literary works that we have available that, you want to. As much as we enjoy making 11 cents a month on our royalties last month, that's just not going to cut it. Man, believe you me, if we're going to try and move out of our mom's basement, that wasn't a joke. We're going to try and move out of our mom's basement. It's going to take a hell of a lot more than 11 cents. Write better books. Damn it, Mom. We're trying to move out. Point being, where were we? Oh, yeah. The whole point of all this, back to the IP of the FS. Make sure we're not missing anything. Leprechaun, I believe it's called. Use your pot of gold to move out. Someone stole our pot of gold. You think we wouldn't have used our pot of gold to move out? We don't even have a ceiling. Does it look like we're sitting on a pot of gold? Yeah, you're rich. You want to see our 11 cents royalty statement from peddling our wares all last month? Yeah. Give us your bank account. We want your 11 cents. Yeah, you sons of guns. Kick us while we're down, why don't you? Did you report it to the police? Report what to the police? Our pot of gold being robbed? You know what they'd do? They'd lock up crazy old Shyzabox for reporting a pot of gold being stolen. And believe you me, maybe you're not familiar with a little case of someone looking for grandma's lemon pound cake. Now, we don't want to throw out names in court cases and things of that nature, but if you get the wrong entities barking up your tree, believe you me, everyone's going to be looking for grandma's lemon pound cake because the pound cake is delicious. And not only that, people would willingly trade a pot of gold for it. So, if we were to march into a courtroom with an American tie and say to ourselves, this is the land of the free, the home of the brave, and someone stole our pot of gold, then we would be stuck living in a world that we say, sir, is the kind of world that we wish we could live in, where people returned our pot of gold to us that was stolen in the first place. That's right. Celebrate, Internet. You might be saying, did you have all this planned? What, our America tie? No, that's just happenstance. We're just that good. But believe you me, there's something that the pot was not insured. Well, ironically, no. People won't insure pots of gold nowadays unless you pay them the gold that's in that pot with which to insure it. And believe you me, if you do that, it's like spending all your money on a safe to put your money in that you just spent your money on. You're safe with that safe if you invest and collect safes, but what are you going to put in it? Crypto. Whoa, well, good for you. Is it cryptographically executably witnessed and sealed? No. Well, I recommend that you do that. Do you have a method? Yeah, we do. A theoretical one, and it works. We got mathematical proof on Kaggle. Oh, well. But this isn't a crypto channel. We don't do any of that. We do philosophizing. We do this, that, the other. And currently, we look to do that of what we do. And we want to make our IPFS site all the better by expanding the trash at the very bottom of it. And believe you me, Norbert, can we call you Norbert? Of course we can. So, Norb, baby, what we're telling you, hold on, management's calling. What do you want? We're on a roll. Uh-huh. Yeah. Uh-huh. No, we're talking to Norbert now. Yeah. Jeez. They're a little late. They got a 5-second delay. Should work the other way. They should censor us before they let us talk. But they don't. That's their bad. You need to get your business in order. We do need to get our business in order. Have management stop interrupting the show every time we're trying to reach out to you, Norb, baby. Okay? Norb, baby. What we're trying to say is that you gave us the best idea possible now so far for the IPFS site for Joey's trash version. Okay? Now, we're not going to say that this show hasn't been complete garbage. Okay? Doesn't matter. It exists. Point is that we're going to take that pot of gold idea, and instead of gold, since, it pertains to, I guess, everything that surrounds this interaction, this live stream, this endeavor, this point in time, passing moment in history, which ironically now corresponds to multiple places and positioning, okay? No matter how many people partake or take part, we have visual witnesses, okay? And we also have a recording witness, okay, that's going to play it again later, should anyone choose to partake in it, all right? You have all of these components, all right, that intersect, bring all this stuff out there. And so now we're going to take your idea of the pot of gold, we'll put it on the trash site, only it won't be filled with gold. Let's be honest, Norb, baby. We can call you Norb, baby, right? Of course we can. So, Norbert. Point is, Norbert, we'll just add it there. We'll put it on there. Definitely celebration worthy. So, excellent. we'll have the pot on there. It'll be a pot of slime or a pot of excrement, things of that nature. It'll look awesome. Or it won't. It'll be crappy, but it won't be a broken link anymore. And that's the main goal here. Okay? Norbert, right? We can call you Norbert, right? Nah, of course we can. Norb, baby. Point is that once we get at least a working, 500 link on there, okay, to where people are just waiting for it to download if you don't got it already, okay? Sometimes it takes a little longer on Web3, okay? Sometimes you got to clear your cache if you already got it loaded. Sometimes you got to download an extension if it's your first time dabbling in the wild, wild west of the Web3 environment. Hold on, management's calling. What do you want? Oh, legal. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Use at your own risk. Gotcha. All right. That reminds us, everything's for philosophical entertainment. Use at your own risk. Obviously. Everyone knows that. Point being is that when you choose to utilize these technologies and these advancings, okay, on future things, on future means, on future avenues and venues, all right, with which you can, play with and this, that, and the other, the fun and the entity that it is just grows and becomes better and better. We are welcome. You take 80%. Well, good. 80% of 11 cents. You got to supply the shipping and handling. Guess what? You owe us money now. That's right. 80% of 11 cents. You're killing us, Norb, baby. Or, actually, if you just claim 80% of that which is, that doesn't exist yet. So you got 80% of squat, where we still retain 100% of the IPFS because it's our micro-sovereign blockchain. So, therefore, looks like you've posited stuff in an Apache 2.0 fashion of coding, and it's whoever can use that of which better gets full 100% ownership thereof. So, the race is on, Norb, baby. Go ahead and throw your IPFS up and get it up and running. You can copy ours. We recommend that you do and ping it so that, hell, anyone can play Shyzapong or Joey's Meat Run. That's on there. That game's funny. That's right. We made Joey's Meat Run on, the one live stream. We got it up day up. Okay. Now as we go with our LimeWire-inspired audio player, we're showing a little more love to that. We want it to be all the bettering that it is. We got a working version now, but we look for it to be better. We got our demos and stuff like that up there. And now, though, Norbert, we can't call you Norbert, right? Nah, of course, we've been over that. Norb, baby. Point is that as we sit back now and we think to ourselves, it's time to get Joey's trash swept up into a nice little working pile. Because people, they go to the site, they engage. Maybe they check out one of the, demos of the scientific aspects. Maybe they read the one paper we got on there if they're into, scientific, endeavors or anything. Maybe they check into some theorems. Maybe they go and peruse some of the games. All right, they keep themselves occupied. Okay, there's stuff to do on our site. Okay, you go to the scriptification, you go to the IPFS. You can spend some time there. Okay, we even got a couple little videos that we put up there to show that it is possible for humanity, entities, individuals, all right, to house infrastructure with which you don't need gatekeepers or guardians thereof, okay, that make it available. Now, of course, use at your own risk, and a lot of people, unfortunately, take it upon themselves to just do bad and be evil, this, that, and the other, and it's them that give all of the Wild Wild West, in essence, a bad name, and rightfully so they should, but the difference is that when people are working, when they don't have a complete blockchain and they're working with just micro components, micro aspects, like got all these miners looking for, these little fractions of codes. Now we got a whole one, okay? And we use it to put cool ass stuff up on the decentralized Web3. Okay? You can go check it out for yourself. We're not lying about it. It's a bold move to claim stuff like that in this day and age, Cotton, right? Okay, we'll see how it works out. The artifacts exist. The IPFS exists. Okay? The games, the demos, it's all working. All right? It's all on there. You can access it right this second. We love playing Shyzapong. We've loved, for the iterations that we have now, listening to our LimeWire-inspired music player. we've had more fun loading curated playlists on our own accord, even in its, not fully perfected functionality that it could, but it exists. And there's nothing else like it that we're aware of or whatever that gives us that old school feel and that love that we've had for listening to music and things of that nature for quite some time and quite some, aspect and component of the amount of time that we have loved music itself. That's right. Point being, though, as we sit back and you have to go, see ya, buddy. All right, well, good for you subscribing. You'll regret that later. You'll probably want to clear your cache and things of that nature. But yes, thanks, Norb, baby. Mighty kind of you. Feel free to not only subscribe, but if you're rich, to go buy a bunch of our literary works. We have a lot of them available. And believe you me, Norb, baby, we love rich people, especially ones that give us money. But if you don't have it to flaunt like that, and you're not, we love you just the same. And thank you for your time and attention to hanging out. Because, believe you me, if there's one thing that makes it all the worthwhile for keeping these shows free, for making it worth us obtaining 11 cents a month in, royalties from people reading our works on Kindle Unlimited, and we get 0.04 cents per page read, well, that's 11 cents well earned. That means someone downloaded one of our books, probably let their kids scroll on that shit for a while, and we got 0.04 cents for every page read. Fantastic. If we do that another few months in a row, eventually we'll have enough dimes to put into a machine. How much are sodas nowadays? Are they still like 35 cents in front of Sam's? No? We're a little out of touch. What are they now? They're like $1.50 or $2. Well, that's ridiculous. That's going to be a lot of literary pages read. But point being, at least if no one wants to read any of that stuff, you can just go to the site, play some games, and we appreciate any support that you choose to give, if you should choose to give, if you can choose to give there. But, as always, you gotta, of course, take care of yourselves first. Those who need it more than us second. Those you like and or love more than us, a little unlikely, but possibly. Okay, take care of them third. But anything you got left over, any piddly scraps, any squat change, loose spare, found in a pocket, dirty, grungy, no, we don't care. 11 cents is 11 cents. Believe you me, when we're throwing our 2 cents in, well, that's when we have foundational knowledge. Well, thank you for joining us today. We are going to get working on the Joey's Trash, kind of extension there to the site. Thanks for all the input. And believe you me, if there's one thing that we know now, we think we got some directions to go into, and one's of idea. A big thank you to Norbert. We can call you Norbert, right? Yeah, of course, Norb, baby. A big thanks to you for the ones of idea that came in that we're going to change around a little bit, implement, and make our own. But believe you me, we wouldn't have had that thought if you didn't think some aspect or component of it first. Or we would have thought it and maybe not. But it doesn't matter. Point being is that that's going to do it for us for now. We might come back later and kick it. It depends on if we're allowed out of our cage. Believe you me, you got to cage this beast sometimes because Shyzabox, we get creative. And when we get creative, then we creatively find ways to create more. And that's what we want you to help create with us, because it's more fun that way. And if you don't want to, we'll do it either way, because we have fun doing it. So, thanks for stopping by if you hung out, and or we'll see you next time if you feel like stopping by again. As always, we don't want your subscription, we want your money. Download the shit out of this and give us a buck. Get off our lawn!